what's step one for someone that's in this situation and they want out of it, or maybe they think they should want out of it, but maybe they don't. They're not even there yet. Like, where do you start?
Well, I think basically how we start is I always look at, and one of the things I talk to Aaron about is like when someone walks to the doors of Discover Hope, they are completely broken.
Yeah.
They have no purpose. They have no drive. They don't believe in themselves. They have no security, nothing. Because their addiction for so long has been the label of their life, has been their identity. And so my heart was like, okay, how you take that individual and you connect them to the community, and not even just the community, then you connect them to the faith community. What is that process in between? And so when you answer your question, what brings success in that? It truly is empowering an individual to believe in themselves again. And that's what true sustainability comes. So when I look at the transition of my life, God had to change my identity. God has to give me awareness and identify my purpose. Mm-hmm. What is my purpose? What is my purpose in life? What is my goal? What do I want to accomplish? How do I define myself? And so when I look at when I had those conversations, I get them all the time. Yeah. Where they come in my office like, man, Robbie, I've been doing this 35 years. I've been doing dope for 35 years. I'm done. I'm like, it took you 35 years. Now you're done. Okay, you're done. All right, you just done. So what do you want from me? What do you want to be done? What is that? What does done looks like?
Yeah, right.
What does done looks like? So that's always my question, because the ideal is this. I always tell people the first 90 days is the hardest for any individual that's in an addiction. The first 90 days, because you just don't think normal. You don't think right. You've been living a certain way for so long. And what happens is you get about 30 to 60 days in there, you begin to think normal. You begin to have taste buds back. You get your senses back. You start understanding like, oh man, these kids are terrible.
Right.
I don't know how to do this. This is crazy. So you begin to have the realization of what norm looked like.
Yeah.
And so what happens is, when that happens is, you begin to resonate and think about why you used in the beginning.
Right.
And so what happened with most people is, and why they always relapse and fail, is they cannot bear that. They don't want to feel that.
Right.
And so their out is, I want to go use again.
Yeah.
Their plan B. So they have to get rid of the plan B. And so commitment and true surrender to Christ is what's going to get them sustainability. I tell people all the time, my biggest thing is surrender, man, because you have to begin to serve something greater than yourself. And that's just my belief.
Yeah.
I know that, I tell people all the time, man, what keeps me successful in my recovery, and why I have 17 plus years, I always tell people, I got long-term recovery. They say, these are the 3 reasons why. I say abstinence. I've made a decision that I don't have a plan B. Using is not an option in my life.
Yeah.
My faith in Jesus Christ and my family. Those are the things that motivates me every single day to make the decision every day to deny myself, take up my cross, and follow Jesus.
Yeah.
Every day. And so reality is, how do you get people to begin to believe that? Because I know my purpose. I know what God has called me to do. So being able to give back, continue to resurrect that purpose, continue to give me that awakening to serve something greater than myself. And so that individual have to get to a place where they have to be in a situation where they got to say, man, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
This ain't my life anymore. So now it's like, what are you going to do with that? And so what we want to be able to do is create that support network around them to help them identify what that purpose is in their life, those set goals in their life, man, and that they have to surrender their life to Jesus. And so that's kind of one of those big aha moments for people.